What's up YouTube? Retro Gamer Gen X back again, and today we got another modding video, and we're going to be modding this right here, the Atari 5200. And the mod we're going to be performing is the AV mod, and also going to be recapping this bad boy here. As you can see, this is my original one, and it works just fine, just a bad RF signal, and it is the dual port, or the 2 ports instead of the 4 ports, so it doesn't have that weird power adapter thing in the back there. We'll turn it around here so you can see what's in the back. And right here we got the actual power jack for the power adapter, and we have the channel select switch, which we'll be removing for this mod here. And over on the other side we have the expansion port, which I already took the cover off of, and this is where we're going to be installing the RCA Jacks. As you guys can see right here. So this is where the RCA Jacks are going to reside and what we're going to be soldering onto the mod. So this is a pretty cool mod. This is the one I got from AliExpress. I've already pre-soldered everything on. It's just a few resistors and a transistor, but pretty simple here. So what we're going to do is take this thing apart. I'm going to put this down so we don't scratch it up more than it already is. And it's pretty simple to take this thing apart. It's just a few Phillips screws here on the bottom you have to unscrew. Just keep in mind that there are a couple that are larger. That way you know where they go. Okay, so you guys can see we got the thing apart, and yeah, it doesn't have an RF shield on it. So that tells me somebody's been inside of this 5200 once before. That's kind of a scary thought. But I'm not seeing too much here. It looks like a bodge wire over there on the side, which is a little weird. But we're going to take this little RF cable off here first. That's our first step to get this bad boy out. And then we'll just go ahead and lift the board straight up out of here. And it should come out pretty easily. Let me pull up from the front here too. There we go. And just take that out like that, and kind of move this over to the side here, because we're not going to need this until we put it back together. And here we got the board, and yeah, definitely just dirty, as you guys can see. Now this, like I said, this is my 5200, and I have not taken this thing apart to do anything to it yet, so it definitely needs to be cleaned up here. It does have the bottom RF shield on, so you can see those little tabs that are connecting it. So I think what we're going to do first is just kind of bend these tabs straight so that we can get this thing off. Alright guys, so we got that done. We got the RF shield off, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom here, and I see a bodge wire here and lots of flux. So it looks like this thing has been reworked either from the factory or somebody got their hands in here. With the RF shield being off, I'm assuming somebody got their hands in here and did something. But like I said, it works just fine. So I'm not really having a problem with that. And I kind of want to show you guys this down in the corner. Let me see if I can kind of zoom in here. But it shows the information of the board. So it's from the 23rd week of 1983. I'm going to have to change cameras here. Hold up, guys. Let me get to that other one. There we go. So 23rd week of 1983, CO 21376 Rev 1. Let's go ahead and get this thing cleaned up here, guys, so I can get working on it. Alright, so it looks like we got it all cleaned up. Now we're going to be removing a few things here. The RF modulator here and the channel select switch there up at the top. This resistor right here is going to be coming off too. And also there's a resistor here we'll be soldering the audio wire to. So this is a little bit clearer view what we got to remove. So the RF, channel select, that resistor, and where the audio solder point is. So hopefully that kind of helps you guys out. So here is consoles 5 as well. This is where I get my cap kits from. As you guys can see here, excellent place, but we'll be replacing this cap. And we have two little ceramic caps. Where are they at again? Let's see. Oh, right there. That's where they are. So we'll be replacing those. Those are audio caps. And then obviously the electrolytic cap up there. So console 5, guys, check them out. They're an amazing company. So let me go ahead and get started here. We'll start removing some of these things off the board. So we got the channel select switch taken off and the RF modulator and those resistors too, that resistor. Here's the RF modulator, guys. Now this was a pain to get off. It did take quite a bit of desoldering and using desoldering braid, but it did come off. So just to let you know, it does come off for you guys that might be having problems with it, because it is a pain to get off, trust me. Now we'll go ahead and get the AV mod installed. Now I already did the recap off of camera, guys, because that's kind of boring. I didn't want to show you guys doing that. But the recap has already been done. Alright, so here is the actual little AV mod board. Like I said, I already pre-soldered all this together. It's just the 3 resistors and a transistor there. Now I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to put it. Usually I put it right where the RF modulator is, so what I'm going to have to do is kind of mock this all up. So I'm going to have to cut some wires to size and mock it all up before I solder it. So really that's what I'm going to do here, guys. So let me go ahead and get that started. Alright, so we got that all mocked up, as you guys can see here. Now I haven't soldered these wires in, but as you can see here, pin 1 is actually your ground, pin 3 is your 5 volt, and pin 4 is your video. And just kind of show you again here, pin 1 is ground, pin 3 is 5 volt, and pin 4 is the video coming from the AV mod board. So I'm going to go ahead and get this soldered in here. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, guys. Alright, so we got that all done. It looks like it's all soldered into the motherboard here to the corresponding pins, so we're good to go there. Now the next part is just basically cutting wire to length, because it's going to go to the other side of the board where the expansion port is, and I got to route that and solder this onto the board. So let me go ahead and get that done here, guys. Okay, so this is a very important step here. This is the audio cable. So you see that resistor there? We're going to be soldering it right onto the tip of that resistor. You don't have to disconnect the resistor or nothing. You're just going to solder it onto the end of the resistor, and that's your audio port, or your audio point, solder point. So I'm just putting that on real quick here. And that looks good. So as you guys can see, I did run the wires through where the RF shield was going. Just checking out my solder here. It looks good. Now, if you install the RF shield, you're not going to be able to do this again. But since we're putting on the AV mod and not doing anything RF anymore, we're not going to get any radio interference. So we should be good with that. So as you guys can see, it just goes right through there. So let me go ahead and get these wires braided and make them look a little bit better here. Okay, so the wire's all braided. We're looking good there. So it looks like pretty much we got everything done. We got all the wires ran through here. Recapped the board with that cap and these caps there. Put on the audio, took out that resistor, and got the mod installed here. So looks like we're doing pretty good. Everything looks good. Everything's running through the board. It's nice and secure. All right, looking good, guys. So let me go ahead and get this installed into the case now. All right, guys, so we got the RCA jacks here on the expansion bay door. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all connected. Now, as you can see here, we have everything connected. The ground's all connected. We have the video cable there connected. So we just have to add this audio cable on here and pull it out of the bundle or the braid here. There we go. It's coming. All right. And as you can see, it would actually be soldered on right here. But wait. We actually want to go ahead and put a resistor in here, one of these 2K resistors, and that'll dampen the sound down because the sound that actually comes out of the board is pretty hot. So we definitely want to kind of dumb it down. Now, I'm not too sure what happened here, guys. At this point, I think OBS did the famous "I'm not going to record," so I basically missed out on all the other stuff. I didn't get to show you how to solder this all together and reassemble the 5200. So we're just going to jump ahead here and we're going to go ahead and test out the video and see what it looks like. Well, look at that video there. That looks really good actually, guys, compared to what it did look like. It was so staticky, it was almost unplayable really. So it looks 100% better. It might be a little ghosting, but it looks okay. Let's check out the sound on this thing and see what it sounds like as well with that resistor put in. Well, it sounds good too. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the video, guys. And as you can see, the video quality looks really good on this. The audio quality looks sounds really good. So I can't complain. If you guys wanted to do a really cheap mod for your Atari 5200, your Atari 2600, your 7800, your 8-bit line, go ahead and get you one of those AV mods from basically AliExpress in China. And it's gonna do pretty good for you. I gotta say, I am really impressed how the quality of this thing is for how cheap it was. So I really can't complain. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you guys that watch my videos, my subs. I just wanted to thank you guys as well. Also, if you haven't subbed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like the content, click that like button. And also go ahead and click that notification button. That way you get notifications every time I drop new content like this. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to enjoy playing some 5200 here. You guys have a great one. Peace out, y'all.
Game over, man. It's game over.